Greetings. I have a message today that I wanted to record, and it's in regards to our family dynamic or our family dynamics. Okay, divine order being out of order. This has been on my mind for some time now, and about a week or so ago, someone shared with me information about a young lady, uh, copper tone young lady that was found with her body dismembered. I think the age that was told to me was 19. And she apparently went on a date with some 30-something-year-old pale-skinned man. And this is what happened. So, the disconnect from the order of family, us as mothers, as fathers, and as children operating every day in sin, which is separation in nature, separation from the natural order of things, you see. And this is the result. Our children, they have no respect for their elders. They have no respect for their mothers and fathers because there has been a breakdown, an infiltration of divine order on all levels. To us coming into union with the, opposite gender is karmic. It's not divine unions. So we can start there. And then we decide, or don't even decide, because we're in our carnal, lower nature, we having these babies. And we having them in hospitals. We're going to these mothers, these prenatal visits, and they're taking all of our, life force, blood, doing what with, who the hell knows. And then we go into the hospital and then have these births of our babies. Their placentas are being stolen right up under our noses. What are they doing with that? The connection that has to our babies, their placenta and their umbilical cord, is spiritual. It first starts spiritually, that connection. And then the father is not around and not present. Or the mother. Then we put them, we go into these hospitals to have them be injected with poisons and toxins in their bodies, i.e. immunizations, making us immune to the evil deeds that are being done to us right in front of our faces. But we're too dumbed down to see it. Our chakras are blocked. We're eating foods that are poison and deadly to our bodies. Then now we put them in a school system. Okay, so it's just repeatedly we're in this cycle of destruction, self poisoning, self sabotaging, which is sabotaging our posterity. Okay, they got our children thinking that once they hit that 18, that they grown, quote, grown. Grown mean you ain't got no more growing to do. So, okay, 18. So they don't need their mother and their father at 18. This is what the system got them thinking, tricked and bamboozled our children into thinking this. I remember when my daughter told me, because she couldn't wait to get 18. She used to always say when she was approaching her 18, solar return. Oh, I can't wait to get 18. I can't wait to get 18. I can't wait to. You can't. You better slow down and be careful, young lady. And will it back on in. Because it don't work like that. I don't care what this system have you thinking. But however, they have our children thinking. And a lot of us mothers and fathers support this way of thinking, this corrupted mindset. That at 18, you know, you grown and you can do whatever you want. You don't need your mother and father's permission to do anything. You can do it all on your own. And then when my daughter turned 18, it's some things she ended up saying. She said to me, in the past, well, I thought when you 18, you grown, and how come you still can't do certain stuff? They say you got to be 21 or 25. Hmm. Oh, okay. You've come to that realization. So at 18, our children still need our guidance. They're not grown. They're not even adults. So yeah, we've strayed from nature. So now they want to go and be hot and try and thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Our young women and the young, men too, out here thinking with their lower gonads. Okay, that's the brain for them. So they jumping from one to the next, to the next, to the other, and it's just a repeated toxic cycle. So they want to date. At 19, you should be dating yourself and dating what you want to do in life. Not alone dating this somebody that's, your senior. Okay? Because they're supposed to be elders at that age, directing our youth to make the right decisions. But however, this young lady, I don't know if the parents knew or not. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But most likely, let's say that they didn't know that she was dating. And I think it was online dating that she was doing. Okay, maybe they didn't know about this. Then she just decided to go on a date with this guy. And that's what happened. So now they don't have their daughter, and she suffered a horrible death because of it. Okay? They don't want to listen. If you do have a mother or father that is in their whole mind, WHOLE, okay? Christ consciousness mind. Okay? And then you try to reestablish order and they rebel against it. That's because they still stuck in that sin. Okay? So then you start getting into this resentment, energy, this grief energy, because now you may even lose your children because they're stuck and they decided to go, you know, down another path that may be very destructive for them. But that's what it is. We have to deal with it, okay? And keep doing what we're doing. If you're in that higher consciousness, keep doing what you're doing, okay? Keep doing what you're doing and just hope and trust that they'll get back on that right track. But because we went outside of ourselves for everything, this corrupt, greedy, controlling system had us thinking that we needed them for everything, and that was taking us out of nature. So that is the greatest sin, right? And all that is happening with the destruction of the family unit, the destruction of our children, is the result of that. So I'm going to read something from the Standing in the Majesty of Grace, Dr. Keefe, peace be upon her. And it's titled Divine Order. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Matthew 6:9. I say, my will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Okay? As above, so below. There exists in this cosmos a universal order, an order that is constant yet ever changing. It is greater than our personalities and our little big egos. This universal order keeps everything flowing smoothly and harmoniously synchronized. It is perfect intelligence, omniscience. It is the arrangements of God. It is divine order. There are principles or laws that govern the entire universe. There are laws that govern the spiritual aspect of man and one man. I'm including one man, okay? The mental aspect of man and, and adding one man, and the physical aspect of man, and I'm adding one man. Because these laws and principles are immutable and generate and govern life and all that exists. They are to be reverenced and held in the highest esteem. These laws are simple, yet profound. They maintain a sacred order. And violation of any of these sacred laws of life leads to discord, disharmony, disorder, distress, disease, and death. And that's what we're dealing with our family structure. Because we are out of that, out of order, we are out of divine order, we are out of touch, we are out of those sacred laws that were there to protect us and to guide us. When we moved from up under that veil and went on over to the, you know, the enemy, that's when the destruction began. The discord, the disharmony, the disorder, the distress, the dis-ease, and the death. This universal order, these universal laws, is what we refer to as the wisdom, the arrangements, and the will of God. When one is out of harmony with these sacred laws or acting out of ego and contrary to divine order, it is referred to as acting outside of the will of God. Shame. Weigh my heart, order my words, and guide my steps. Not my will, but thy will be done. Let my will and thy will be one. That's that divine oneness. And when you're separate from that, you see that? Anything can come through and disrupt that divine oneness. The first government was what? The family unit. So we got to get our government, start governing our mental with our whole minds and getting things back in its proper perspective. And that is, our proper perspective is that divine order. Ashe. Okay? Women, stop, be divine women. Men, be divine men. Someone that our children can look up to. Start that process of breaking things down to build things back up in a divine structure with divine order. Ashe. I just want to see if there are any oracle messages here that we could build further on. Ooh, golly. Yeah, okay. We're going to take that. Okay. Etheric chords. Ursuli Dantor, number 27. Break it down to a 9. Endings. Okay. We have to cut those cords from the demonic evil system that has us out of order. Okay? We got to close that cycle. And now come out of the mundane into the spiritual. Because it's fucking us up. For real. Six of Wands. I'm going to just leave it like that because we don't have no victory. Our families are sabotaged. Our minds, the people's minds are sabotaged because they go on outside of themselves, okay? They become consumers instead of producers. That's the problem, okay? Love, yes, family. Our connections, all of our connections are just pseudo. They're not real because people are walking around here wearing these false masks. Let's see if a card, a tarot card, wants to support etheric chords. So, etheric chords, I'm speaking on the physical realm, but let's talk about these etheric chords on the spiritual realm because what you think it is, okay? You've connected yourself when you've outside of nature, when you've outside of the divine order. Now you've connected yourself with another type of spiritual entity. a more demonic spiritual entity. When we went outside of ourselves and went outside of ourselves for everything, okay, utilizing this entity, this system for all our needs, okay. Ten of Swords, we Ten of Swords ourselves, we Ten of Swords our family, okay. We betrayed ourselves, we betrayed our families. They gave us all of this illusions, okay? Delusion of grandeur. Here you go. You can pick and choose. We give you choices and options. They made it so pretty and beautiful. We not knowing that it's taking us away from the divine, okay? We weren't equipped, okay? We weren't equipped. Some of these are our own swords, okay? Some of this is our own betrayal. So now is the time to come up out of that, to cut the cords to these demonic entities, to these demonic systems, okay? As above, so below, in spirit and in flesh, because it has damaged us, it has ruined us. Now, I'm going to read a res judicata, Cruden versus Neal. A lot of you may be familiar with it. There, every man is independent of all laws except those prescribed by nature. He is not bound by any institutions formed by his fellow men without his consent. Without his consent. So a lot of us consented to these statues, corrupt statutes and policies and procedures and all of this stuff, okay, that are outside of natural law, okay, that we weren't supposed to even be following, okay. We've left out of the common law, okay, the things that are common, like respect and love another living being. A lot of people don't do that today. Okay, a lot of people don't know what community means. 2 words in community: commune and unity. We don't know how to commune with one another. Okay, to come together with the same, high mindset. Okay, for the same high purposes. Okay, we don't know what unity is. Okay, we got people got the crabs and the bear mentality. They don't want one person to make it. They think that if they make it, all this competition and all this crap. That's sinning. That is outside of nature. Ashay, get it together, people. Come back to nature. What's divine? Cut these cords. Burn them down. It's an ending here. 10 is the one. That's it. No more. How many times do somebody have to tell you? If you haven't been told before, you're being told now. If you have heard this before, then what do you think that means? The longer you wait, the more suffering you're going to cause you and your posterity. Peace.